Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still the 19th of May. It is Thursday, 2022. So there's Mr. Lucy, there's Miss Soxy. The weather's nice out, they want to be outside, so I should not so much nice, but warmer. Oh, we got Lucy and Buddy over here. Hey Luce. What's going on, my friend? Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Alright. You guys haven't seen much of the cats, and there's Mr. Max. So, I figured, well, we're going... Oh, what am I doing? I can't keep that shut. I gotta leave it open. I was gonna shut it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do that. I gotta leave it open. Alright. Oh, you gonna... Oh, wait a minute. I got somebody else coming. Well, come on, sir. Yeah. No, we don't want to go in there. Alright, well, thanks for playing the game. So, alright. I wanted to do a video talking about the blame game, deflection. We live in a society now, from the top down, everybody's always blaming somebody else. And there comes Miss Molly. She said, I hear your voice. Hey, girlie. Hey, hi. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. We live in a society that is always blaming everybody else for their issues. I don't know if you recently have been watching different things, but there is a lot of people out there, and like I said, no one wants to take personal responsibility for their actions these days. It's always somebody else's fault. So we have high inflation now. We have high gas prices that are continuing to go up. We also have a lot of other issues happening. But when you have a host of talk shows deflecting that blame, and it's not the current administration's fault, it's somebody else's fault. Listen, you can only blame Trump for so many things, folks, just putting that out there. After a while, you have to take personal responsibility for your actions. It is amazing to me that they can continue to not put blame where it squarely belongs. When you do policies, we're going to do one more check here while I'm with you guys. I put new bedding in the boxes, so the nesting boxes. Alright, so we got one more left here, which gives us a total for today of 8 eggs here on Thursday. And yes, Thick Neck laid today because she did not lay yesterday, so she's not too lazy of a chicken. Look at you, this cat is so funny. When the blame goes... See, here's what kills me. If a group of people like what's going on, they say it's because of somebody else. And when things are going poorly, they're going to blame somebody else. So, I'm sorry, if things are going good in their administration, then they take full responsibility. Oh yes, I'm the one that this is what happened because of me. Stroke my ego, tell me how great I am. But when it comes down to, if something is wrong, it's not their fault. And people do the same thing. So it amazes me. No personal responsibility. If you are overweight, it's not your fault. If you don't study and get the good grades, and work hard to achieve something, it's not your fault. It's somebody else's fault. They always want to deflect blame and not look in the mirror and say, well, this is my fault. I take personal responsibility for what's going on. I wanted to show you in the garden here as well. Becky was out here because this afternoon ended up getting better. But so she came out and she planted over in here as well, and getting more things in. I think she got everything, yeah, everything that was still sitting over there she got in and planted today. So that bed over there is done, this bed's done, this bed looks like it's done. This bed is also planted. We're going to end up putting potatoes in that bed. This bed is now done. This bed's done as well. We're going to leave that bed, obviously, for the asparagus. And so that whole bed is going to be for asparagus. It looks like this one still needs to be planted. And again, potatoes are going to go in that one. So the garden is definitely more in now, which is a good thing as well. I was running around again today trying to catch things up that I needed to do here in New York. And so Heather and I got back this afternoon, and I just was like, okay, I gotta go lay down. My sleep schedule is very weird. So I think I got about 4 hours of sleep again last night. So naps have to come into play. And so that's what I do right now. But there's things that have to be done while I'm here. And again, it was raining for a good part of the day today, so I was like, well, I am not going to worry about getting the rest of this grass cut today. When we got back this afternoon, I could have probably cut the grass, but I'm like, yeah, not happening today. So there's always tomorrow, and we'll see what we can get accomplished. But so anyway, that's what's going on with that. But this is looking better. Obviously, there's weeds that got to be addressed all over the place in through here, and we will work on those as well. But yeah, it's always something. It's always the next thing. Always the next thing. But Becky's done a really good job with this. She wanted to be in charge. It's my thing. I'm going to do it, and I'm like, okay, and that's good. That's good. That's fine. So anyway, what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, so have you seen? And again, guys, I'm not just saying it's politicians that do it. Politicians do this a lot with the deflecting, not taking personal responsibility for anything. But I see a lot of people do it as well. It's never their fault. We have a tremendous amount of narcissists in our society, where they're so self-absorbed that they can never ever accept personal responsibility for anything. And that amazes me, because your life, your decisions, you reap what you sow. That's kind of like my mindset. It's always been that way. If I screw something up, I'm the first person to say, well, I screwed that up. It happens. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But you have some people out there, again, I always say, like, okay, so I'll use this as an example. You're getting divorced. And I always tell people there are 3 sides to every story. And they go, what do you mean? I said, there's her side, his side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. It takes both people to make a marriage work. It takes both people if a marriage doesn't work. Now, I have seen plenty of examples where one side really did not do anything wrong, and they were blameless. But generally, and when I say generally, I'm going to say 95% of the time, it takes 2 to tango. Both sides have made mistakes, but when, if you have one side that says, yes, I have made mistakes, and here are the things that I screwed up on, and then you talk to the other side and you say to them, well, can you accept your personal responsibility for why this didn't work out? And when that individual says, well, I didn't do nothing wrong, that's right there is a great example of why things did not work out. So, Yeah, these trees are doing really, really good. These, now, I gotta explain to you guys this again really quickly, okay? This was a cherry tree that I had bought later on. This cherry tree here, I bought this cherry tree the same exact time that I bought the cherry tree over here. But what happened is, before I started putting the fencing up around the trees, the first 2 years that I had this cherry tree, it literally got ate down to the nub by deer. And so then I put the fencing around it, and it recovered. I wasn't even sure if it was going to, but you can see it has recovered. It's done very, very well, and it looks beautiful now. But yeah, this tree has definitely taken a while to get to this point. This tree was planted later on, and obviously that one's doing really, really well. These two trees, and look, if you look at the base of them, this tree looks better than the base of that tree. This tree here is 3 years younger than that tree. These are plum, I think. I think these are plum trees again here. These are 2 cherry trees that did not make it, and that was my fault on those trees. But these are peach trees down here, and they did very well. So I fully anticipate, and you can see already starting, there's going to be peaches on these trees here this year. So that's pretty cool as well. Pretty cool. So yeah, these trees, the peach trees do really, really well. They don't get real big, because when you have a tree this size and it has 30 peaches on it, or 40 peaches on it, all that energy is going into the fruit and not the tree itself. So that's always part of the issue with them. But really happy with the way this all came. Of course, now I'm selling the place. Our grapes have done fantastic. We had planted them the very first year that we were here, and not all the grapes came up. I had planted some more last year that did not do well, but we will, again, you learn, you go, okay, that worked or this didn't work. What do we need to do now? And so everything takes time, but we'll get there. I'm going to have to start it all over again, but I will be buying more mature trees for West Virginia so that we will have fruit sooner. That's one of the mistakes that I definitely made here. A lot of these trees, I got them like little baby nub trees, and it was years before we got anything off of them. So that happens as well. So, but anyway, guys, I want to hear your feedback on this topic. It amazes me the deflection and blame game that goes on constantly. And, I would have more respect for any president that said, hey, I screwed up. This is my fault. We're in this predicament because of me. But I've never seen one do that yet. I don't think we ever will. So I would, like I said, I would have more respect for them if they would do that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for now. I do want to hear your feedback on this, so please let me know. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. It is amazing to me the games that are played on that level, but it happens constantly. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to do just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.